Sweet, beautiful souls. Hello, welcome back. Today we have to have a very important conversation. Today we are going to be diving into the energetics of suppressing the body. So this is particularly inspired by the rise in taking Ozempic, in suppressing the hunger mechanisms in the body. And this is also going to carry over and literally be the exact similar frequency and message when it comes to suppressing emotions, i.e., anxiety, depression, these types of things, as well as suppressing pain, taking pain medications, taking suppressants of pain in the body. So we're having a very important conversation today because all of these energetics are intertwined, and as I see this rise and uptick in curiosity and desire to take these things, and perhaps you are on it, perhaps you are considering taking it, or perhaps you are just seeking solutions in either camp. So that is what we're going to be diving into today. And I want to begin with the understanding of what happens when we do anything to suppress the body. So backing up, my goodness, even a step before that, we need to begin with a reminder. The reminder that our body is the divine communication from our soul and higher self to us. It is our higher self and our soul communicating to us via the mechanism that is this body. Okay? This is where we have to begin. So, because we are not trained as children, which my hope and desire is that this will be implemented into schooling systems in the future, is how to understand the body. Not just like you have kidneys and a liver and blood that flows through this system, and that this organ does this, and you have a brain. These are cool, these are great, but like understanding energy circuitry, understanding how energetics work, understanding our aura, the field, because what is in our field is really influencing what is going on and taking place in the body far more than just what we perceive is going on in the body. So that is a whole other topic for another day. But that is my hope and desire, is that one day in the future we have this learning and awareness instilled in us from childhood. And this is really what it's going to take in order to create a shift in our paradigm, because how our paradigm is set up now is, we know, very not working. And this is why it's crumbling, because it's not working. The fact that people want to help people, so they become a doctor. Now they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to become a doctor and are trained to then learn how certain pharmaceuticals will help the body. This does not actually help the body. What pharmaceuticals do is they often, the ones that we're going to be talking about today, shut off pathways in the body, suppress pathways in the body, suppress signals in the body, and alter the chemistry of the body as a result of doing this. And then as a result of doing this, there are many side effects. Liver malfunctioning, because your liver is your detoxification organ. Then we have all of these other things that begin to take place as a downstream side effect. And OPS death might be a side effect as well, as they'll say in those commercials. So this is what doctors are taught nowadays. And as a nutritionist, and I went to naturopathic school, unfortunately, even a lot of naturopaths are are being taught pharmaceuticals. They're being taught that statins are the solution to lower cholesterol, and that all of these are being made aware, because naturopaths have to become aware of this system too, because they're helping people in the system. And if insurance is involved in all of these things, there are certain things that they have to learn. So this isn't also to like throw doctors or naturopaths under the bus or under the rug or whatever, because here's the thing, like people become doctors and naturopaths and healers because they want to help people, like plain and simple. It is the system that is doing the teaching that is where we need improvement. And and also this is not all doctors and not all naturopaths, right? There are a select few who are doing incredible and amazing things in this world and really helping heal people on a soul deep level. But this isn't the norm. And so this is why we have to have this conversation, because it kind of blows my mind that, for example, you could go to your doctor and they would say that Ozempic, if you're struggling with your weight, they would say, well, there must be something with your DNA that is preventing you to lose weight. And therefore, because we know, in quotes, that just eating less calories helps you lose weight, this pill will suppress your hunger, so you won't need to eat more. You'll eat less calories and lose weight. Well, that sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Wrong. First of all, we don't know the downstream effects of this this medication. We just don't. So when anything ever is brand new, we do not jump into it, okay? We don't know the downstream side effects. We don't know what this is going to do long-term to the body. We just don't. Back, whatever many years ago, they said that all of these things for children were going to be great. And now look at all of the autism that has taken place and whatever we could say that it's not related, but they've proven that it is. It is. And so all this to say, I get very passionate about this, you guys, because I don't believe that we're being taught. This is the thing, we're not being taught. And so we think that a doctor has more power than us. This is the system that we're dismantling. A doctor does not have any more power than you. A doctor is not more smart than you. And a doctor does not know your body better than you. So before you go into any appointment, know this. Your doctor is not healing you. Your doctor is not solving your problem. Your doctor is merely offering solutions. But no, you are the solution. You have the infinite resources and awarenesses within you. And just as I should have said this at the very beginning, this is not medical advice, not intended to treat, diagnose, any of that. And please seek a licensed professional if you are truly, truly very much struggling. Okay. This is my perspective on all of this as a nutritionist, as a hypnotherapist, and as someone who is deeply passionate and immersed in the field of health and wellness and energetics, and my conversations and communication with source, with my higher self. This is what I see taking place. So let us continue. So if we are suppressing the body to only consume 1,200 calories or less a day, the body is then going to adapt to this. So then if and when you should choose to get off of this medication, your metabolism is now been shot, which we can heal that, we can change that. But your metabolism has now tanked. Your metabolism is now at a place where its fire is like it's going to be sluggish. It's going to be like, I'm used to not receiving much. And so then if you if you do consume and go back to what you were eating previously, you are going to gain all that weight back and more because your metabolism has gotten used to such small amount of calories. And now we know at this point in time that it is not just calories. Like this is what they taught and told us, that it doesn't matter if you're getting the calories from an avocado versus cereal, like calories are calories. And that just is false because the calories from an avocado are going to do things in your body if it's a proper food for you. They're going to turn on your fat burning mechanisms. And the calories from cereal are going to, or processed food, are going to most likely make you more hungry and not really deeply satiate you and send your blood sugar on a ride that is not a favorable ride that you would like to be on. And so, you know, as we're having this conversation, and I'll mention this more at the end, but this is why I also created these health reports. These health reports with me are designed to look into your body and your energy body and see the foods, the fat burning foods that are specific for you. Because here's the thing, just because there's all of these science data proving that green tea is a super fat burning food, it might not be for you. For you, it might be something totally different. Perhaps your nervous system has been in fight or flight and freeze for so long that a fat burning food for you is something that is actually calming, like lavender, right? And that could be a fat burning food for you. But we wouldn't know that without looking into you intuitively and energetically. And so that's why I created these reports, these health reports, so that you can have the specific knowledge for you. You can know why your body is gaining weight and then know the exact solution to take it off. Because here's the thing, when clients come to me and they're like, I'm struggling with my weight, I'm like, great. Let's look in and let's see what the body is saying. Let's see what the body is saying to us. Because here is the thing. And so we've talked about Ozempic, but now we need to bring in anxiety, depression, and pain into this conversation because they're all going to be a similar energetic. What happens when we do something to just suppress the body? I want you to think of a child that is screaming and crying. Would you tape their mouth shut to get them to stop? No, no. You would ask, you would say, what's wrong? Did you get hurt? Do you need something? Are you hungry? Like, what do you need? Sweet child of mine, what do you need? Why are you so distressed? What is wrong? How can I help you? You're screaming and crying. You wouldn't put a bag over their head or just tape up their mouth. You wouldn't say, oh, that'll stop the the crying and screaming, because you want to know what's going to happen. Eventually they're going to rip the tape off, take the bag off or whatever, and they're going to scream even louder. That is the same analogy as your body. If you suppress the body, if you simply just take something to get rid of the anxiety, the depression, the weight, the pain, without actually asking and listening to what communication your body is telling you, the body must speak louder. Remember, back at the very beginning, we established that the body is the mechanism of communication from your higher self and soul. That's how your higher self and soul have to communicate with you. And also your external reality, relationships, your finances, your work, all of these other things. When you're walking and you see someone do something, that's a message for you. Everything is a message. Literally everything in this life is a message for you to decode and to see. Nothing happens randomly. Absolutely nothing. And when we can begin to learn this, oh my goodness, your world opens up in wildly transformative ways. And so if we simply suppress the body, the anxiety, the depression, the weight, the pain, the body will inevitably have to speak louder. Our soul and higher self will have to speak louder because they're not going to come down in front of you and tell you, knock, knock. You're holding on to that trauma that happened to you as a childhood. Knock, knock, like you're not listening that we want you to move. Knock, knock, you're not listening to leave that relationship. Knock, knock, like you need to heal what took place with mom and dad growing up. That's really the message that is oftentimes coming through the body. But because you're not going to have a being coming out and telling you right in front of your face, that's how this life works, is we have the body for these messages, and every single part of the body is a different message. Really, the body is one of the most profoundly incredible, amazing tools that we have been given by God. And so when you go to a doctor and they say, oh, there's something wrong with your DNA, absolutely not. Your DNA is perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with a single cell in your body. Your DNA are made by God. They're perfect. Literally perfect. And so your only assignment is to learn to see the perfection, and that is through working with the body, not against it. Okay? And so if we're going to shut off communication, the body will continue to speak louder. This is when we see dis-ease. This is when we see cancer. This is when we see other areas in our life begin to speak to us. Our relationships are now on the fritz. Our friendships are now not going well. Our finances are not doing well. We are not enjoying our job or our work. And we're starting to see messages now from the external world to show us lovingly that we are out of balance. We are out of balance. And there is a different path, a solution that our soul and higher self would like to show us that is available to us in order to thrive. Yes, not just thrive. Our system is set up to help people get by. I don't want you to get by in life. I want you to thrive. I want you to feel alive. I want you to be in this vessel, in this body that you have chosen for this lifetime, and to thrive. Not just get by, not just survive, but thrive. If you want this, I will support you in this. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't even want this anymore because they've been so numbed out. And my goodness, I get it because I have been there. I was there. So feeling like a victim to all of my circumstances and situations. And it's very easy to feel like that in our day-to-day world. And know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So there's no blame and shame, like, why don't I want this? Why isn't it working? Like, none of that. It's not your fault. There are so many thought forms and contagions to make you dependent on a system that will not heal you. Plain and simple. And I also want to share and say that I'm not saying absolutely there is never a time and a place for any type of outside intervention or help. I have myself been in a place where the pain is so intense that it is like, thank goodness that modern medicine exists when we are in excruciating pain. Like, because when you are in that excruciating pain, I get it. Like you're not like, higher self, what are you telling me? I mean, I am, but I'm like, okay. And this happens very rarely. Like I'm pretty strong-willed. Because here's the thing, if you say I'll never do anything, inevitably your higher self is gonna never say never. Here's the thing, never say never, because then you will end up doing that thing. There's literally a law of the universe. So I said, I'll never take a whatever again. And then inevitably I got a migraine so bad that I was like, I need something. But So I have understanding and compassion if that's where you're at. I really, really do. And I get it that it's a gift. It's a gift to have modern medicine if and when we need it. But that's not daily. And it's not to cover up for the things that the messages that our soul and higher self are communicating to us via our body. It is not a long-term solution. The long-term solution is understanding the body. It is understanding what it is communicating to us. It's understanding, is there a trauma that you need to release? Is there an emotion that you are not looking at? Is there something from this life or a past that you are carrying with you that needs to be healed? Is there a circumstance in your life that needs to change? Like, what is it for you? And maybe you know the answer and maybe you don't. But that is why I have developed these health reports. These health reports are unlike anything I have seen out there. Anything. This is looking at your physical body, the very physical, what is going on, the symptoms, the expressions and experiences of your body. Very physical, very tangible. And then the energetics. Okay, here is the trauma. Here is the limiting beliefs. Here are the past lives. If that is relevant, here are the energetic factors that are all playing a role into your physical experience. And then from there, I go in and say, okay, your body specifically thrives with XYZ food. Your body specifically right now, like XYZ food, is not the best for right now. We can shift and change that though. And then I'm going to go a layer deeper because that's what I do. We're going to be looking at your human design, your gene keys, your astrology, because these ancient, beautiful, incredible systems can help us with our health, with our body, and with our lives. And our lives are not just our health and then our business and then our relationship and then our free time. Like, everything impacts everything. Just like I would never suggest to just go to a hormone doctor or just to a urologist or just to a kidney doctor or just to a brain doctor, because you want to know what, everything in the body is related. Everything is related. Just because you are having heart issues or gut issues or back pain, it is all related. And so just when we do one thing to one part of the body, the whole body is going to experience changes. So that's why when people come to me and they're like, I'm struggling with my finances, and we clear that money block, and then all of a sudden their back pain goes away and their relationships start thriving, and now they're feeling better in their health. And it's like everything is related. Okay. So these are health reports, but really these are going to upgrade your entire life. So we look at the human design and how you're coded and the gene keys and your astrology, so we can really get this picture of the energetics as to what is playing a role in the outpouring and expression that is you. And then I'm going to look in and I'm going to talk with your higher self. I'm going to talk with your soul self, and I'm going to say, like, what does Susie need? What does John need? What do they need to thrive? What is holding them back from thriving? What does their body want? What do you want to tell them so that they may heal and be healed? And then in a sweet little package tied up in a pretty bow, you're going to get this results, all of these results on a silver platter for you. Okay. And then you're going to implement these into your life, see how it goes. Then we're going to have a follow-up. Any questions you have, we're going to dive into them, see what's coming up. Where are you feeling good? What feels like you still need questions? And this is the most comprehensive, most incredible, most amazing thing that I wish I had for so many years of my life. But this is why we go through the things in our life, in order to use them to help others. One of the beautiful things of challenge and struggle is that we grow, we evolve, we transcend, and then we can use that medicine and wisdom for others. And so you're getting over a decade worth of my wisdom, and really my whole life, because I have been immersed in my life in health my whole life, health and wellness. And while my spiritual gifts were for sure working at a very young age, I had no idea. So that part, the spiritual gifts, fully on and activated for like 6 years, but my health journey, deeply immersed in health for a decade. But I've been struggling with my health since I was 2 when I almost died. And so I've been on a journey with my health since I was 2 years old. So you have all of that wisdom, and plus really the deep understanding of the messages and wisdom from your higher self and soul that just want to lead you and just want to guide you and just want you to have an amazing, incredible life with some challenges that are going to help you grow and expand and learn who you truly are, the strength, the wisdom, the infiniteness that is you. That's what these are designed to do, to give you your power back, to show you your infinite power, your infinite connection to God, source divine, and create the life that you love. So with that, all of the details will be below. Reach out if you have any questions. If you found this valuable, or if you know someone who would benefit from this, send this to them. This is how we grow. This is how we help heal others in our world and our collective, is by sharing our wisdom, sharing our growth, and the things that help us grow and evolve. So with that, I'm just sending you all infinite love and light.